I would like to introduce my very first teacher. My very first spiritual teacher is ขณะนั้น At that time he was ท่านเจ้าคุณพระมงคลเทพมุนี His personal name is Sot. At that time he was the abbot of วัดปากน้ำภาษีเจริญ So he was the very first meditation master that guided me with concentration. I started with concentration with him and visualization with him. At that time I was 8 years old. During the very first maybe 5-6 years of that early period, early age, the practice went very well because as a child you don't have much worry about the world outside. So it was very focused, and I did have experience of visualization from this master. I considered him my first meditation master, at least in this life. Apart from my mother, of course. I say that the very first teacher was my mother. So Lupa Sut was my spiritual master since I was 8 years old. The next one that I would like to introduce to you, he was my preceptor. At the age of 13 and a half, I was ordained. So not many people know this, that they thought that I was ordained the year 2001, but I was ordained when I was 13 years old with this master. So he is my official preceptor in this life, the very first official preceptor. His name was ท่านเจ้าคุณพระพรหมมุนี His personal name was Pin. His family name was Dhammananda, and his ordained name was Upajjhā. At that time he was the vice abbot of Wat Bawanivet, the temple where the present king was ordained. And he was, as you know that you have preceptor and then you have two teachers, he was one of the teachers for the present king. I would like to show you how he sits. Very beautiful. You see, this is how we always go up to see him, and he is always sitting in this position, very polite way of sitting. And he was one of the teacher that showed me how to, when you light the candles from left to right, left is our left, but it's right of the Buddha image, because you are lighting the candle in front of the Buddha image. So your left is the Buddha's right. First Buddha's right, and then Buddha's left. These two candles, when it is lit, it is like Dharma eyes. You have Dharma eyes. Then you light incense. He is the one who actually taught me how to do it properly. So we light three incense sticks together, and then hold the 3 incense sticks with your left hand, and put the first one. This is offering to the Buddha. The second one is offering to Dharma, and the third one is offering to Dharma in line. He was the one who actually taught me how to do this properly. He said, if you are making offering of light and incense to the Buddha, but you don't even know how to do it properly, what is this message of respect? There is no respect. So he showed us, do it this way. So that is a technique, that is the way I learned how to light incense. Particularly if you are being invited as chief guest. But chief guest does not know how to do it properly. So I always teach all my disciples here. Usually they would light the 3 incense like this, and then they put the whole thing together. No, do it one by one. So that was from this master. ท่านเจ้าคุณพระพรหมมุนี ท่านเจ้าคุณพระพรหมมุนีนะคะตำแหน่งนี้เป็นตำแหน่งรองสมเด็จ He was becoming Somdet. Somdet is the highest level of the title that you could get, but he was not well. He had trouble with his eyes, and he passed away before he became Somdet. before he became Somdet. So he was one of the most refined master that we had in our time. As I learned from other people, he sat also in the council of the elders. That is the highest. It's like cabinet, you have the prime minister and you have the cabinet. So he was one of the cabinet members for the Sangharaja, for the Supreme Patriarch. He said very little. In the meeting he said very little. But when whatever issue came up, if he said something, then everyone will listen to him, because he was so clear in his mind. He was so clear in using reasoning and wisdom to decide on whatever issue that came up to the Council of Elders. So he was highly respected among the council members at that time. So the issue came up. The issue came up about our temple. When first time when Venerable Mother was ordained, she was wearing this color. So the issue came up that she was imposing. She was an imposter, using the color that similar to the Sangha. When this issue came to the council meeting, he asked only one question. He asked the members, can we use this color? Meaning, can the monks use this color? According to the Vinaya, the monks, ordained one, are not supposed to use this color. It must be tinted in red color or brown or whatever. This color alone is not permitted for Sangha. You see, so he simply said, if it is so the Sangha members said that, no, according to the Vinaya, we cannot use this color. Then he simply asked, then why are we being jealous if somebody else is using this color? He just simply said, very simple question. So they stamp the case. They don't see that by the ordination of my mother, wearing this color has anything to do with the Sangha. ไม่ทำให้สังฆะเสียหาย ไม่เห็นเป็นการเสียหายต่อคณะสงฆ์ So that was the verdict. And ever since, from that time onward, we never had any problem with the Sangha, because he was sitting in the Council of Elders at that time, and he was very straight in Dharma and Vinaya. Mind you, Dharma and Vinaya, not one. Vinaya alone, without Dharma, you cannot carry out the teaching of the Buddha. When the Buddha was passing away, this last conversation he had with Ananda was, Ananda was asking who would be the leader. After the Buddha passed away, who would be the leader? Then the Buddha said, I have given you teaching. I have given you all the teaching. I have not hold back any teaching. Let Dharma and Vinaya be the island. Dipa means island. Let Dharma and Vinaya be your guide, so to say. Be island to yourself. So we have to be reminded again and again. Practicing Vinaya must couple together with understanding Dharma. So I start with my two teachers and I end with the very last word that the Buddha gave us, that allow Dharma and Vinaya be your guide, be your island. So each one of us, when we are very careful with the teaching of the Buddha, we will be the strength. Let us all be the strength of Buddhism. Whether you are ordained or you are not ordained, you are part of this fourfold Buddhist. So take responsibility. Thank you.